Hello ratbags, it's Jade. Welcome to an Assassin's Creed Valhalla guide. Today taking on another one of the daughters of Lerion. Today it's time for Goneril. I've already shown you guys how, in my opinion, I defeated Cordelia. She is definitely one of the toughest, but these ain't no joke, especially if you're quite under level. I think if I was anything lower than what I was right now, which is around a level 200, I think I would have significant problems. She is a bit of a beast as well. So I'm going to take you through some tips and how I defeated her and what you can expect and what you're going to get as a reward. So don't forget to like, make sure you subscribe and go and check out them other guides I've already done. Let's go. So you find Goneril pretty much north of the Isle of Monastery in Bridgeshire. So the level is 20, but she ain't no level 20. Like easily you're going to be talking about level 90 or 100 above, and even then it'll be a real challenge. I would probably recommend doing this at around level 130, 140, unless you're really super great at using obviously the slow down time call ability, which you get through the skill in the Raven tree, and you've maybe got something decent with a bow and arrow. So obviously you're going to come up across the bogs or the swamps, wherever they are. It should appear with the marker, and there's definitely lots of healing plants around here, so you might have to forage for them a little bit more, and you should hopefully find some arrows scattered around in some dead bodies too. There's not as many mushrooms in the arena as in some of the other fights, and definitely I didn't find any adrenaline. And like I said, brush with death, the slowing down time when you dodge ability is really key for this one. Now you guys have been telling me to use the harpoon attack a lot more often with these guys, and it really wipes them out. And you know what, credit, I did use it on the next one and it was much better, but I really wasn't prepared enough with this. I didn't have enough adrenaline on me. Ivor's totally got COVID now, absolutely 100%. She's going to need some of that medicine quick. Anyhow, Goneril, yes, she is a bit of a poisonous bitch. I ain't going to lie, I'm going to put it out there right now. She will throw these poisonous rune states, circles, that will get you a lot of damage if you get caught inside them. And she's got a pretty horrific stabbing attack where she'll send copies of herself to hold you down while she stabs you. She's got pretty much the same attack set as Cordelia though, like in terms of the swiping, so you've just got to be careful when she's doing her swipes. She will auto aim on you, so after the first attack she will then do the second attack and it will still be aimed on you. Otherwise her normal attacks are a bit easier to dodge, and you can see you get a bit more time to avoid her unstoppable. That's the one you really got to be careful for though. I literally had to pause it there because I was surprised by her attack. So you can see she's kind of teleports around, so a bit different from Cordelia, and you can see some of their markings on the floor. Some of them are going to activate in a minute when she throws them at you, but yeah, you can see she does that sort of shorter teleportation, so you've got to be really on the ball at all times. Using your bow and arrow is definitely something needed, and absolutely try and slow down time so that you can get behind and get that shot. I never managed to do it in this attempt. I've been finding it really hard with these guys, getting behind them and lining up that bow shot, so I still think the light bow is definitely the one you're going to need. Now as I said, she is lower level than me, hence why it's not popping up what level she is, but I'm predicting she's around level 90. I think that's what I saw when I was scouring through some of this stuff. And yeah, you can see it's pretty deadly, like the smoke there is coming up and she's doing that attack. It's pretty much nailing me every time. I'm not doing too well here. I am using a new weapon. Well, I say a new weapon, it's the axe that I got for killing all the legendary creatures, and slowing down time is good. You just pretty much got to swipe with it. I was using the L1 button to just try and do as much damage, whether it be to her or her copies. At this point, as I said, I've got a fair amount of levels, I've got a fair amount of health, so I definitely would have had a much harder time if I'd gone and taken her on at level 90 or level 100. So yeah, you've just got to use brush with death. I would go for something a little bit more faster paced, and now she's going into the second phase. Obviously we've got health down to half. I was pretty unprepared for this. I didn't get enough adrenaline in my bars. That's something you've got to do when taking these guys on. You want to have 3 or 4 of them completely filled up. So now she's going to start using her circle abilities, as I've been mentioned a couple of times now, where you can see there it's almost like a poison lightning attack. You get caught in that, you are in trouble, so just keep running around trying to avoid as much as possible, as it's quite surprising how much that will start whittling down your health, your life. So I'm getting in trouble here. I'm only with like 1 ration left. I'm desperately looking around now, seeing if there's anything else I can maybe do or think about another strategy. And yeah, I just wasn't the one using a two-handed heavy axe with this. This is the ability she does. She grabs you and there's just not much you can do. You can maybe try slow motion it. I would say just try and keep frontwards with her so that she can't get behind you and use that teleportation one. That's when she'll start doing it. But otherwise, same old methods, just keep using the slowdown, move around her, get some backstab. You may want to use some runes like backstab if you've got one available. And watching this fight back again, I'm actually pretty proud. I just realised that I didn't actually fill up my adrenaline shots at all, and I'd done this all just with combat. I wasn't using my usual Valkyrie dive sort of cheese, which I normally do. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this one. As I said, she's still got them same attacks as her other sister, but she does have that added short teleportation rather than throwing herself at you like Cordelia. The next one is pretty tough as well. It is, definitely. If you're lower level, some of these are going to be extremely hard. I would definitely make sure you've got full upgraded pouches or health, at least 3 or 4. Lots of 4 adrenaline shots, at least the skills that you need. You'll find each one of them obviously in the skill tree. And yeah, using maybe some lighter weapons, either dual-handed axes or maybe daggers even. Or maybe even a spear if you want to try keeping at range. Something fast moving. I ended up being quite disappointed as well in loot around the area. There was like nothing. There was like no little gold chests. There really just wasn't anything laying around. But you do get a lot of stuff when you eventually go to the estate house where you'll find the rest of the 4 armor sets. So you see there, I've got the armor, the boots for it now. Just a little FYI, each daughter drops a piece of the 4 armor sets. So that gives you 3. Then you go to the estate where the house is, and you put the swords in a statue, and that's going to give you the helmet. And then if you want the cloak, I do believe you only get that when you've talked to Hytham after killing all of the Ancient Order members. Now I was going to do this, both sisters or both daughters in one video, but I kind of feel that I should keep it separate just in case you're having trouble with one or the other, and hopefully my tips will be okay. It's generally though the same sort of stuff. No matter which one you're fighting, it's all about using Brush with Death and then just avoiding. Obviously she's got a lot of fire damage, so anything that has more resistance like runes, that would be really excellent here as well. And I would just say any armor sets that are going to give you evasive scores that are better, and making sure that you have got maybe rehealing or health benefits if you get low on armor. That's always a good one that I find useful too. You guys were telling me that Cordelia was the easiest out of the 3. But I don't know, I think because she's such high level, that's why I found her so hard. And I guess maybe because I'd already got used to doing this with these guys, I kind of knew what to do. But anyway, go and check out that video. It will be out the day after this one if you're still looking for a bit of help with Regan too. And if you have defeated all 3 and you want to just go and see if you can pick up the arm set, there's the steps that you go inside, and that's pretty much where you're going to find the next final piece. You'll eventually find inside a statue, as I mentioned. You put all 3 blades of the daughters, I keep calling them sisters, I guess they are sisters as well, and then you go ahead and you can go and get Thor's helmet, which I've yet to really review or put on or even try properly. Just a little FYI, there is a ton of silver and stuff in this place as well. Like, you have to go pick it all up. It's kind of loose and just sitting around in places, but yeah, it's definitely worth getting it all. And I will obviously show off the full armor suit once I've unlocked the final pieces for sure. So until next time, rat bags, I will catch you very soon.